One of the most common questions we get is whether we should use LinkedIn or whether we should use Flynt when it comes to business development and building out lead lists. Now, on the surface, I see how this can be a tough question, but in this video, we're going to break it down and do examples of each using LinkedIn and using Flynt and see really there is one clear winner over the other. So we'll start with LinkedIn and then we'll get into Flynt. So let's walk through the process of building a lead list, or at least finding our first lead on LinkedIn. What we'll need to do is go into the jobs tab on LinkedIn and search for roles that fit our criteria, that fit our niche. For this video, let's say that we are looking for product roles. So that could be product managers, product marketing managers, things of that nature. And so let's get right into it. So we'll come into LinkedIn. As we said, we're in the jobs tab, and then we type in, let's say, product. And I'm keeping it broad at product just because I might want product marketing manager roles or head of product or chief product officer, not just, product manager specifically. So I'll keep it broad, but let's see, we can add in a couple of filters as well. So I want product roles. I want them only in the past 24 hours. Let's say I also want them, let's see, can we add in location here? Let's add in California. And now we will have this list here of product roles, past 24 hours, California. I think this looks fine for now. And from here, we have to do a little bit of digging because yeah, it's great. There are over 100 results that pulled up for us on LinkedIn. Not all of these are going to be a great fit for us, right? Firstly, some of these are going to be staffing agencies. They're going to be other recruiting agencies, and we don't want to reach out to those most likely, right? Because we want to reach out to companies that are hiring for their roles at their companies. So we need to weed those out. And so as we go through this list, we can likely find a couple of companies or a couple of roles that are likely from a recruiting agency or a staffing agency. So here we go. I found one here for a staff product designer at a company called People Made US. A couple of hints that this is likely a staffing agency or is not a company hiring directly for this role. There is no picture or company logo in the posting, but then the posting will not tell us too much information about who the company is. So as you can see, it dives right into, as a designer, you'll have this role. In this role, you'll do this. A normal job posting for a company that is hiring for this role internally will say, hi, we're so-and-so. This is our company name. This is what the company is about. But if you notice, there is no information like that. And the poster is a recruiting manager. So likely another agency. So we want to weed out this one, right? And we can keep searching. Okay, we found recruiting agency. Now on to the next. This one, Amazon's example. It's one of the most well-known, super large companies. But this is something to keep in mind. Amazon is likely too big for us. If we were to reach out to Amazon, it would likely be a super long and lengthy process for us to even sign them as a client, if that's even something that they're open to. So likely this company is too big. Same with Visa, same with TikTok. We can kind of keep scrolling through to find something that might fit the bill. Pearl Health. All right, let's see. Is this a staffing agency? Probably not. Yeah, they talk about the company. That's a good sign. Let's click into the company. What's the size of it? Oh, 51 to 200 employees. That's good. So it's in our right size. I think that's good. I like this one. This is a role that I think would fit the bill for us. So the role is a product specialist and is at Pearl Health. So now we have to keep thinking even more. Let's think about, okay, who would be someone that would be a hiring manager for this role? So who would oversee a product specialist? Maybe a director of product, a head of product, maybe even a product manager potentially, but we have to now dig to find who that person could be. All right, so we'll open up the company page here is what I did, and I'll click into the employees tab. I'll then open up LinkedIn Recruiter so we can dig a little bit deeper to figure out who could be a good fit for the hiring manager. See, there's 200 results, so instead of going through these one by one, I'll just add in a little keyword search here. I'll type in keyword product, so it'll show me all of the employees at Pearl Health who have product somewhere in their profile. Director of product management could be good. Another director of product management could be good. Let's see, product advisor, director of product solutions, VP of products, senior product manager, director of product. Wow. Okay. There's a lot going on here. So chief product officer, a lot of good profiles. And honestly, I'm not sure who would be the exact perfect fit for this one. Right. And this is where a downside of LinkedIn comes in, is we're not confident about who exactly is the right hiring manager for us to reach out to. So I'll say for this company, it's about 200 people, maybe chief product officer is a little too high. I like director of product management. There are two. So, maybe there are multiple. We'll have to figure that out, but let's pull up their profiles. So we have Vishwa and Alana, and I will open them up and okay, yeah, maybe these could be good hiring managers, but now we got to get their contact information. So you can do that in a numerous amount of ways, but I use Contact Out personally. And so I have the extension pulled up. Let's see, we have their Gmail. We want a work email, right? Let's see. Okay, only personal emails. For this example, I think that's fine, but in most cases, we would likely have to search either for other profiles with whom we are able to find their email, or we'll have to use different tools to be able to find their work email on top of that. So even more work goes on. So as you can see, we spent the past, say, about 5 minutes or so finding a company that fits the right bill. That's not a staffing agency, a company that's not too big. We also had to find who is the hiring manager, and also we had to get their contact information. So we had to make a lot of decisions about who the right fit is and spend a lot of time and energy finding just one lead. right? So about 5 minutes, a lot of time, a lot of energy to find one lead. Now let's compare that with what a similar search would look like on Flynt. So now here I have my Flynt account pulled up and I do conveniently have a product agent, and this agent searches for new product leads that fit my criteria every single day. The criteria is a little bit different than the search that we put in on LinkedIn, so the results aren't going to be exactly the same. But even if I just pull up this list of leads that came in today, I can see all of these leads fit my criteria. None of these are staffing or recruiting agencies. They're all for companies I like to shoot for under 500 employees. And we have a link directly to the role. We have a link to who the hiring manager is, to their title, and also to their email. So as you can see, we have this opening for a product manager at Navigating Care, and the role is for a PM. And we have also a link to the hiring manager, Michael. So this is probably a good person to reach out to for this role. Yeah, Chief Product Officer. I think that looks great. So all of this was done instantaneously while I sleep. Once you set up your agents once, it is essentially a set it and forget it situation. You do not need to spend time every single day going through LinkedIn and making the gut decisions of, is this a staffing company? Yes or no? Is the company too big? Yes or no? Is this company have a hiring manager that I can reach out to? Yes or no? What's their contact information? Instead of taking about 5 minutes to make every single lead, Flynt did this automatically for me every single day. So let's say we wanted to start small. We wanted 10 leads a day. For LinkedIn, it would be 5 minutes per lead, 10 leads per day. So 5 times 10, that'd be almost an hour worth of time to make those 10 leads. But from Flynt, it takes 0 seconds. It does it automatically every single day. We have 10 leads that come to us right away, directly, that are accurate. You have the contact information, you have the hiring manager, you know it's a good fit from the get-go. So just from a time saving and simplicity's sake, Flynt is just leaving LinkedIn in the dust when it comes to doing the research to build out your lead lists. Secondly, I want to talk about costs as well. LinkedIn or LinkedIn Recruiter or LinkedIn Recruiter Lite cost hundreds of dollars a month. Last I checked, LinkedIn Recruiter costs around $170 a month, where the full-on LinkedIn Recruiter can cost upwards of $800 per month. That is insane. On the flip side, Flynt starts at $149 a month. And so when we're thinking about Flynt being a lot more simple, saving you a ton of time, but also saving you a ton of money and a ton of budget, it really is a no-brainer about which tool to use when it comes to building your lead lists. Flynt is leaving LinkedIn in the dust in every single component on this front. So I hope this is helpful and insightful as you are deciding about which tools you need to really crush it as a recruiter. And if you want to save time, you want to save money, and just be as effective as possible, there is nowhere else you need to look first than Flynt. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the next video.